Ciao, come stai? Welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your host for today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transiting moon. It's the sixth house. So, Taurus, Torino, Torio. Okay, so let's get in here, fit in here, see what we got going on. I already know that the energy is going to be a little bit shisty. Okay, because I saw the page of swords with the seven of swords. So that can mean feeling sneaky, feeling crafty. It oftentimes talks about a spy with hidden intentions, ulterior motives, hidden agendas, okay, things of that nature. It is pre-Jezebella, but it could be a Judas, a Jonah. Yeah, so it's not even a frenemy. It's an enemy lying in wait. So today, if we see love, we're gonna use the daily, wait, excuse me, Miss Squeezy. Sun, Moon, Tarot by Vanessa Day Court, and then any clarifiers, like if we have doubles or like a matching king or queen or triples or whatever combinations or pairings, I should say, we'll use the Aleister Crowley Tarot, okay, and then we will be imposing the guidance from the Thoth Tarot by Aleister Crowley. So Thoth Tarot, Aleister Crowley Tarot, two separate decks. Okay, great. So we have the shuffling done, but let's go ahead and wrap the deck. Oh, we got a card. Carte. Ace of Wands. Eight of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. I used to just call out the court cards and the major arcanas. So there is some craftiness, probably an intention to bind us now. Listen, remember, my dear, the sixth, seventh, and eighth house are always going to talk about other people, oftentimes inimical things. Now, the sixth house is the house of the service we give to ourselves and others. It does also talk about karmic debt. It does also talk about um, like hidden enemies. It also talks about like the environment surrounding location of our work, including like our day-to-day repetitive routines. So you got to wake up, you got to, brush the teeth, make the bed, you got to make your food, do your food prep, you got to like, get in the get out there and get to work, even if it's like from home. If you are an entrepreneur, an employer, this would be the employees. If you are an employee, this would be the environment surrounding location where the work is, not necessarily the work product, which can be the sixth house. It can be the third house. It can also be the third house. But, it also talks about like karmic debt. It also talks about what it takes to service the life itself. So, like, if you're in a body and you're walking around with the breath and consciousness, you got to kind of keep that going. The sixth house talks about that as well. And the reason I'm saying it might be inimical is because, hey, my dear, the sixth house also talks about hidden enemies. Now, we have Eight of Wands, which is energy being projected. Now, this can be an expansion. It can talk about something hitting and things moving up or moving quickly or speeding up. With the Five of Pentacles, it would talk a little bit about like some kind of stinking thinking or poverty mentality or stuck on stupid. It can also talk about a depletion, of a debilitation. It also can talk about changes that need to be made or will start to lose. We'll start to deplete. We'll start to kind of come to a lull, come to a stop. Now, I feel like we're somewhat chosen in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. We might be a little bit sparkly, a little bit beloved in our environment surrounding locations, because this is the position of others or the higher self or the environment surrounding location. It happens to be the rule got hit here for the energy of other. There's a knight, a queen, a 3, 5, 7 of any suit, or a 9 of the swords, or the devil, the moon, Two of Pentacles, or the Hangman. It does talk about another person. So in this first line, which represents the third dimension, we have another person out from the jump. However, I'm going to take another reading because I'm not getting the energy yet. I know it's going to come. Okay, so let me just read both sides until it's very, very, very clear and I'm forced to prompt it strongly, significantly. I do a triple confirmation because I'm a blind reader, meaning I don't need a lot of information before I do the reading. I'll just get in there and look at the energy. Now we have a triple Mercury already. And I know this is not a typical flanking, but we do have a flanking. We have these two cards here flanked by these two cards here of the same suit or grade. So we have triple Mercury, 8 of Wands, the ace of any suit is, so we have a double. So this is concerning to me because we have an energy that is confirmed already. So to me, it's energy projection when we have the Ace of Wands and the 8 of Wands, because that means that somebody has opened up the hell gate, the red gate. Ace of Wands is the red gate. I don't like that. That's the sorcerers, dark practitioners, they use that gate. And then what they're trying to do is some kind of stripping, binding energy. I don't like that. And then there's energy projected at us so far that it's over 6, it's over 7, it's reached the 8. So it might be a high level rich, it might be some kind of collective energy, but we don't know this for certain because this neuters a lot of energy. So what I'm being told is that somebody might have benefited in our environment, surrounding location, perhaps even work, or some type of karmic debt, because we got depleted, or we looked lame, or we looked like a loser, or we were left out, so somebody got favored. I actually am also detecting that we're the ones that carry the favor naturally, organically, celestially, and righteously. However, it might not appear like that here in the third dimension. Okay, it might be that we're beloved. Regina de Copa, the Queen of Cups, is the one who has the unconditional love of the divine, or they also have somebody else's heart in their hands. That's the Queen of Cups. It's unconditional tolerance. It's like unconditional love in a way of like loving you however you are. The King of Cups will kind of prod you along a little bit to make some changes. The Queen of Cups will just shower you with adoration, affection. Genuine, sincere, authentic love. That's the thing between the Wands and the Cups. The thing that the key word you don't see with the Wands is authentic, genuine, and sincere. With the Wands versus the Cups, it's more of like high. It's something that's exalted, esteemed. With the Cups, it's something that will carry into the next lifetime. A lot of times, you'll be judged for what you do as the Wands. The Wands is more of an action energy. The Cups is more of a authentic nature energy. So somebody with a beloved authentic nature is being bound or is having to go through some changes, or there will be a depletion because things are starting to move or things are starting to kind of topple in one direction, point in one direction. And then so we have the page of, okay, this is not looking any better. It's not getting better. It's not getting better at all. It's not getting better at all. Okay, because now we have a warlock here. I'm sorry, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords with the 8 of Wands, that's projection energy. There's the desire to antagonize, to victimize here. Honestly, they want us pinned down in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. And it is a warlock who's accessing our kind of energy. I would normally say a sorcerer, but let's read this in another way. We're feeling depleted. We're feeling left out with the Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is beginning a journey of receiving material blessings, oftentimes because you have the money to do something or because you're being prepared with life and material experiences that lead you on the path to learning. Now, this Knight of Wands, Cavalli di Bastioni, is desiring expansion or desiring projection. They want to access our energy field, our auric field. And, you know, I had that prayer today. Please permanently seal my auric field from further infiltration. And I never used those words. I used other words, and now those words came through. And I'm not a big trans person on a Monday, and for whatever reason, my mouth kept getting taken over. So there's this bigotry here with the Nine of Swords, King of Wands. The King of Wands is in the negative here with a 5 and a 9 of Swords. Specifically, any 5 can talk about the reversal. The Devil can talk about the reversal. 3, 5, 7, or 9 of the Swords can talk about a reversal. So we have a double reversal here. Re di Bastioni, here's called the Knight, but it's the King of Wands in the reverse can talk about a tyrant, a bigot, somebody that is entitled, but they also have the nerve, the audacity, the gall. They also might be hiding some type of mental illness through abusive or bullying techniques. And we do have the energy of somebody that's further down the toxic personality spectrum, kind of into like that anti-social sphere. I'm not going to diagnose here. This is the therapeutic space, but not a clinical space. We do not make diagnosis. Please contact your medical provider or your therapist or your spiritual advisor on a one-on-one direct consultation if you do have the situation going on. As always, my name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today, and I was sent to deliberate the findings for the 6th house transiting moon in Taurus during the Sagittarius season. So there also those energies might be spiritual warfare. And if anything I say resonates deeply with you, my darling, please like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation, and definitely comment on what is going on. It's an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Let us continue. Morte. Redici, the death card. Okay, so we have some kind of Casa Denari, the 10 of Pentacles. Here it's called 10 of Disc, it's wealth, but it's Dieci Denari means the promise on our life, our destiny, our birthright. We're supposed to, yeah, this is somebody that with the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, somebody has staked their claim through an energetic agenda of using our energy, our auric field to pretend, to masquerade around. We have a shapeshifter, a skinwalker even. That there's something here very diabolical because it's telling me how to break the spell is for them to, a death needs to happen. It could be an ego death. It could be a mortal coil. We do have the 5 of Pentacles, that's Corpi. You know, we don't have modifica de corpo yet, meaning the modification of a body. So I don't see the sun, I don't see the 10 of Swords, we don't have a physical death here. But it's saying like they're after our destiny because we have a very good reputation, we have a very good like rising. Like there's something we're supposed to come into this world and destined to do. And there's something about our auric field. There's something about the nature of our soul that is divine in its origin. And there's this projection energy here with the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands, the 7 of Cups. There's this illusion, delusion, confusion, or this mirage, or this glamour, or this gassing, or this projection. And there's an agenda here with the 7 of Pentacles, a plan that may fail. With this 9 of Swords here, that's a backfire, especially with the Death card. And we're becoming aware of something. So it doesn't matter what their intention was, we keep growing, we keep flowing. So as long as we don't stop, yeah, please don't stop the music. Yeah, so we shouldn't stop. And mama say, mama stop. So there's something here about our origin, our bloodline, especially with the Queen of Cups. There's something here about our bloodline, something that's in our DNA, that's something that's in our blood. And here's the sorceress. It's not a sorcerer, it's a sorceress who's trying to attack. They are a raider, King of Wands, a raider. We have a double king here as well, I think. No, we have a double knight with the Chariot card. So let's take a look. Yeah, they're after our godhood. There's something about us that's very divine. We have a godlike power. Do you know what you started? And this came here and honey. And now you're rocking on the dance floor. Okay, so whatever I said was true. I don't remember what I said though. Your hands around my waist. Okay, we have a double page. So They want our soul. We've been volunteered as tribute, and they actually intend to do something and then take us off the board entirely. And it's a murder death kill. Let's continue. I don't want to talk more about that in a general reading. Okay, so that was the double knight. They're after something. Yeah, and so they need to anguish, they need to ostracize, they need to vilify, they need to make other, make wrong, make bad. They need to put us in a box, in a jar. They need us kind of cordoned off, cartoned off. They need us in some kind of partition space of anguish, of attack, because they need us to lower our vibration. And again, it's a Raider, or they might be a Sagittarius sun sign, or a Pisces, a Pisces rising. Now, to a lesser degree, we could have let somebody go, dismissed them from our environment, surrounding location, no longer providing close access to us, because they are vying for some kind of access. They're having to yield to our power, and they're not able to understand something. It's some kind of illusion, delusion, confusion they're under. They're unhealed, unawakened. 7 of Cups. They're still trapped in the matrix. So when they review the details of the situation, when they go through the case study of whatever scenario that we're in with them, they get it wrong. We also have a double queen here. There's some kind of illusion. Okay, so we are a demigoddess, period, point blank, in the story, and they want to swap places with us because they have supreme authority. And the universe is teaching us how to protect that sacred spot. However, we're dealing with a witch, a rega, a iami, and a ja here. So what is going on? So there's something going on here. Justicia, Giudice, la stella, the star, Cavale di Copa here, the Knight of Cups. So that's the attendant of the divine. Okay, let's check on this double 7. Tell me about this pair of 7, please. Thank you. Uh-oh, another 7. So unhealed, unawakened. They've been stripped on a soul level, so they don't have access to certain areas of the universe, basically heaven. They're in purgatory. They have to pay for some type of karma. They're no longer qualifying for their sacred status. And they're very slow. So they're kind of dull, kind of stupid. I'm just gonna say it that way. Stupid is not always unintelligent. It might be doing the same thing over and over again, not really expecting a different result, but like hard-headed, doing something that they know is the wrong thing. Doing the wrong thing, that's stupid. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, that's pre-insanity. So like jaywalking across the street right in front of a police officer is stupid. Speeding down a highway that you know is a couple exits away from the highway patrol office is stupid. Leaving your car parked at a meter that's across the street from a police department is stupid. Going 3-4 months without paying your mortgage, knowing that they will, report to your credit, or, examples, right? These are examples of stupido, just stupid, there's something here about that. So this is a person that knows better. Whatever they're doing, they know better. Because Il Carro, they're preparing to do more. Because we have some kind of sacred status. We have a throne of authority. They're actually supposed to yield to us spiritually. And they're up in some kind of offense about that. They do not like that they have to answer to us spiritually. And they want to contest that. They want to throw down, but through spiritual means. Okay, so we have another queen. Yeah, El Carro El Torre. This is spiritual warfare. Yeah, so they're trying to tear us down, tear us apart, the tower. Some kind of truth is going to come out with the Queen of Swords and this tower. And I don't think they were anticipating that. Right now, we're under some type of binding because there might be covens, cabals, or there might be some kind of collective gang stalking, group stalking, or just a collective of people that have had to band together to kind of poo-poo on us. So with the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, they literally want to if they can't have access to it, it's one of those energies that I can't have you, nobody can. Because we're chosen, we're highly favorable. We're highly favored here. This is the energy that nobody wants to let go once they get their hands on it. And it would be better if we give to them if we're on the same page, if we're in some type of union. The thing about it is they were able to use one of the laws of the universe to keep attached to us, to receive something. So we have to be stupid and give our power away unknowingly is how that means. So uneducated, uninformed, ignorant even. We also have a double three here. So tell me about this pair of threes. Okay, so we also have a pair of fives I didn't check. So there was an illusion, delusion, confusion. They kept some kind of information from us, and by definition, in effect, what that did was strip us, so leave us out in the cold. We didn't know to ask for something, so we didn't receive it, and that was ultimately manipulation. They were unhealed and unawakened and trapped in illusion, delusion, confusion, the matrix. So in effect, what they did was trespass against us because they felt something was unfair. Tell me about this pair of threes. Oh, yeah. This is a new obsession. They're obsessed with us and they're running their mouth to somebody. So they also have some kind of altar or fetish. They're checking out our social media. They're keeping their name, our name in their mouth a lot. The Mato Diablo here, the fool and the devil, Mato, Mato. It means obsessive energy. We have a new stalker, a new somebody. It's a new obsession, a new vice, a new ronso. They're like an enemy, a new enemy. But I don't feel they're new. What I feel is like they've doubled down in some kind of way that's making that they have a new art of warfare because they're not even willing to lean into their guilt. So they want to put their guilt behind their back, or they want to put their former abuse behind their back and continue on, carrying on. It's passive aggressive energy. La peso el torre, that the hangman in the tower, that's this see, it's witchcraft. I'll be honest, when I'm hearing when the voice in my head is Italian, it means that there's a witch present. Okay. I hear other languages for the ancestors. This is a witch. Okay. And it's because we are secure in life, we're secure in the self. We don't look outside of ourselves for answers. We've built ourselves up from the inside out. Novi Denari, the Nine of Pentacles. We've built ourselves up from the inside out. This is this Shrigeria. This is a witch, an evil witch practice. It's not Benederia. She's not a good witch. She's not a Blanquita. She's a Malangria. She does negroso. She does evil magic. She gets in your aura. She tries to bog you down, weigh you down, promise you to the devil, and then once you're attributed to the devil, they find a way to X you out, cancel you, delete you, and then your soul is lost. You have some demonic soul union tie. This is their modus operandi. This is how they show up. This is how they cultivate their life. They're needing us to take in some dark seed and give it life. They need to plant poison trees, poison plants, poison flowers in our garden. That's what they need. Queen is the need. The Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. They need to see us fail. And that's what they want. They want to see a divine soul fail. They want to trick us up out of our spot by getting in our spot, stealing it in the physical realm, creating all this anguish, sorrow, depression, debilitation in the physical, so that in the spiritual, we don't have the vibration that attracts more of that destiny. And that since we're out of our spot, they think they can come in and take it. I want to know about this chariot with all these 5s and 7s and 9s, because the chariot is the ruler of all the knights, and we have two knights here. Okay, it's the law of lesser magic. They may be involved with a Libra moon as well, or somebody that is a Cancer rising. Okay, and this is a heart's desire. They were able to get it through their whatever. They were really skillful at getting the heart's desires. They are good at finding good marks. They're really great at victim hunting. They've been on this for a while, and they were skillful at it. They have practical knowledge and technical skill. They chose the right soul to do this to with the Infante de Copa, the Page of Cups. Okay, and this was a projection. So they created this whole illusion, this whole facade, this whole narrative, false narrative. Yeah, but it's backfiring. It's backfiring on them, poor baby. It's backfiring on this sorceress. She don't even know, and I don't think she cares. So the thing is, because our soul is too pure and too divine in its origin. Let's move on, because this is some nasty, nasty. They want to move into our spot by keeping us distracted, or that's the thing about destiny. You really can't mess with somebody's destiny that way. It's not how it works. Okay, so there is a desire to get what they want. They're looking for ways to get what they want, and they need to keep sneaking or partitioning or accessing our auric field, our soul, to get it. They need to pray to God as us for things to come in that belong to us so that they can steal them from us. The destiny thief. And the Lord knows already their punishment is being planned as we speak. I'm sorry, there's a punishment here. Retribution, I just heard. Oh gosh, God, don't tell me what this is. I don't want to know. Love came up. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles and the King and Queen of Cups. So they tried to marry us, but in the spiritual, without our knowledge. That was what they did. That was why everything was working so well. It's because since they were tied to us spiritually, they would know what was coming in. So if you feel this has happened, there is a way for me to undo that. You need to come to me directly. In a spiritual counsel, I'll have to do it for the channel now. It won't be soon. I'm behind on work. Yeah, so they married us in the spiritual. That's exactly what they did. So they have access to our spiritual inheritance. That's exactly what they did. They think they can stay with us for the rest of our life here. Page of Cups with that was a very strategic move they made. Knight of Swords. I don't feel that that's going to work. Somebody here may be a Libra rising or Mars in Libra as well. They look like a chosen soul because of how they're tied to us. They were able to secure some spot even though they were previously restricted to that Eight of Swords. That's a world regulation restriction. They were wrangled down, restrained in some kind of way. But in effect, what they did was they left us in hell. They put us in an ordeal, or we're operating some curse. And honestly, they feel like they need to punish us for some reason because of how easy things are for us, or because of, you know, sometimes you can have one little slice of bread and another person can have a whole loaf and they'll still be jealous. That's a sickness. That's an illness. That's not for us to worry about. It's because we're chosen. Things come easy to us because they're supposed to. We came here with a sacred calling, a divine mission. And the reason things are easy for us is because other things are not going to be easy for us. To be chosen, you got to go through warfare. To be chosen, you got to go through hatred. To be chosen, you got to deal with demonic energies. So certain areas which are difficult for people who aren't chosen, because that's their lesson, that's their karma, that's their path to go through those human experience. Since we're here on a divine mission, the areas of the average, ordinary, basic, common denominator human, those areas are going to be easy for us. The other areas, like the spiritual areas, that's where we're going to have conflict. That's where we're going to have challenge. And somebody here feels that it was unfair, that things were easy for us, but they're trying to take our job then. But that's the thing, they might not have the anointing on them. They might not have the protection on them to deal with what comes with our job. Okay. If you're going to be a fire, you're going to have to inhale smoke. If you're going to be a gastroenterologist, you're going to have to dig into people's bowels. If you're going to be a child development teacher, you're going to have to deal with runny noses and get sick every now and again. You might even catch lice twice or thrice. If you're going to be a parent, you're going to have to deal with misbehavior. If you're going to work in finance, you're going to have to deal with people trying to steal your clients. If you're going to be a truck driver, you're going to have to worry about bad drivers. Every job comes with its occupational hazards. So they're not realizing that this is a dangerous thing for them to be doing. Because we are an angel, period, point blank. We have access to heaven. And what they wanted was they wanted to get out of purgatory. Because once they divide from the mortal coil, once they leave their physical body, once they divide from the mortal realm, they're going off into the pit. Not purgatory, purgatorio, they're going to inferno, they're going to eternal damnation. So that 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, they've been steady for a long time, for a very long time, digging a hole for us. Okay, but the pit, the hole that they dug for us is going to be turned into their grave. I don't know why people aren't on the up and up. They say like, hey girl, I like what you got going on. I'm jelly. Can I be involved with you some way? Can I serve you? Can I honor you? Can I praise you? Can I advise you? Can I follow you? Can I walk with you? Can I be with you? What's up? How can I make things better for you? What can I offer? Here's who I am. Here's what I am. Here's what I'm about. Here's what I got to offer. Does any of this, speak to you? Does any of this resonate with you? Can I go away for a few weeks? Can I go away for a few months? Get some knowledge, go to college, come back, double down, circle the block, and offer this again with something worthwhile? Like, why don't people talk like that? I don't understand. Why do people have to sit there and ruminate, oscillate, marinate, vacillate, and fear and hate and venom and do all these like rukuku, rakaka, malangria, negrosa? Like, I don't get that. I don't do the abracadabra, the hocus pocus, the targeting energetic. What is this? I don't understand. But that might be also part of it, because if we're a divine soul, we have love. That's the thing. Like, I was just reading the Bible, and Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So God is just the highest form of goodness in the universe. It doesn't have to be like some man with a white beard and a white gown up on some cloud behind some pearly gates in a realm that we cannot access. Yes, okay, maybe. There's not when you see God, that's not how God is. First of all, that God, that masculine God is a spirit, it's an energy. We'll never when God shows themselves, it's feminine in energy. The reason it's masculine is because it's an attribute to aspire to. It's not because it's like a being. You know, God is beyond gender, but when we see God, it's always feminine in its origin. But anyways, let me tell it to you this way. God represents the benevolence of the universe, the highest form of goodness. God, generator, operator, destroyer. When it's the negative God, it's gold, oil, and drugs. The things that divide you, the things that usher in the spirit of separation, which is Shaitan, Shemael, Lucifer, Eshi. Like, so the thing about it is they're wanting to separate, to denigrate, to ostracize, to alienate us from our own life, us from our own environment around the location, us from our own network, us from our own net worth. They want to block the money. They want to block the favor. And they're acting in cahoots, maybe with the spirit or maybe with other people. We keep getting double threes. We keep getting double fives. Let me check this second pairing of fruit. Because before we had the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Now we have the Three of Cups, Three of Wands. Tell me about this pair of threes. Yeah, so they were trying to repress us in some way, a cowgirl. So they'll buddy up, pretending like they value you, pretending like they respect your boundaries, all the while they want to rip the chosen status away and leave us out in the cold or bind us in some kind of way. It was a suppression spell. They wanted to pin us down in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. So we couldn't do a lot. And so we would eventually, over time, be weaker. I keep hearing that song, Nasty, put some clothes on. I told ya. Walk out no house without no clothes on. I told ya. N-A-S-T-Y, you're nasty, girl. Are you R&Ds? Okay. This is what girl, where are your um you walks with a dress with the hands on their hips? So they think they have all this class, all this status, all this cachet, all this pizzazz, all this finesse. And they're good at manipulation. I'll give that to you, honey. But if you've mastered being a piece of dookie, if you've mastered being an unsavory individual, see, some people are so weak, all they have is power. Some people are all so stupid, all they have is advanced degrees. Some people are so poor, all they have is a lot of money. There's nothing in their soul, there's nothing in their spirit, there's nothing substantive, cogent, salient, germane to their character, to their nature, to their being. They're vapid, vassalless, vacant, void. I'm sorry to speak so strongly, but I need to dramatize, elucidate, enumerate an idea, concept. See, the awakening for us here is to realize that we're the golden goose and that we're the thing fueling the whole facade, the whole illusion. All we need to do is withdraw our energy and rip the curtain out from away from them, and they'll be exposed. They're going to expose themselves. See, the hoe that does the Seven of Swords thing, and a hoe means emotional warfare. I'm not talking about like a lady of the streets, you know, a night walker. Well, I am hearing the song Dollars Not Cents, Thousands Gone, and now she's gone again. Can you hear it, my friend? Yeah, that's off. She rode you till the wheels fell off. And now she goes and you want to be alone. That's how she wanted, and that's how I know. So even if we survive this, the expectation is that we'll be so because sometimes there's a type of warfare where like you'll salt the road and then you'll help the person overcome the difficulty and they'll go on, but now they're needy or attached to you because you're the one that caused the downfall, but you're also the one that helped them out of it. And as they move on, carry on, walk forward, move forward, they're kind of not going to go into that area or surrounding location where they once failed. For instance, if you're putting money in the stock market and you fail, you lose a lot of money, you might not ever invest again. Or say you work in a certain type of industry and it doesn't go well for you, you might not ever do that again. You might go and become something different. So they want us to not believe in hope, faith, optimism. They want us to not believe in people. They want us to not have joy, hope, you know. They want us to be low down, dogged. They want us to be miserly, embittered. They want us to have a low vibration. They don't want us vibing and thriving. Yeah, that song is, I hate to be the one. I hate to be the one that has to tell ya. I hate to be the one. Oh, I hate to be the one that has to tell ya. Yeah, because you're in a war zone. Get out now. You don't know. I hate to be the one. I hate to be the one, my friend. I hate to be the one that has to tell you. Yeah, it's a bunch of technical lyrics, so it's really coming through that this is warfare. And we have the tower, El Torre with El Carro. Let me calm down. We have warfare here, passive aggression, even a delayed awakening, a delayed redemption, delayed salvation. So they've even taken the solution away or delayed the way out. That means they'll dangle it around. They probably want to engender some type of submission to them. They want to break us down in some kind of way. You know, I see this happen with autistic people or people on the spectrum because they don't socialize that right way. So people will buddy up to them, expecting some kind of to engender some type of rapport or foster some type of connection or whatever. And then the person that they're targeting is not they're not socialized the regular way. They don't respond the way a regular human responds. Right, because maybe the way that their brain or neurology or they're neurodivergent, I could call it neurospicy. So like, you know, like some people don't like touch, some people don't like sound, some people you don't they don't like gifts, some people they don't want you doing favors for them, some people don't like a lot of attention. Sometimes when a person is having a bad day, they don't want somebody to come and soothe them and comfort them. The abusers or targeters, manipulators, they don't always like that, and they'll double down, triple down, and become even more aggressive, underhandedly, backhandedly, sometimes even because they think their tactic's not working. And sometimes there are people out there that attack others that get upset and offended when their little types of engendering doesn't work. That's how you know it's a fake ass hoe. I'm just gonna tell you because help is like love. It's like unconditional. And if you're trying to love on a person and they don't want your love, it doesn't mean you stop loving everybody. You just stop sending them your love and go on to the next person. And love is not about what you get in return. Help is not about what you get in return. Otherwise, that's an agreement and that's a transaction. So that's the thing. Another way too is when you do the same thing. It might as well be neurospicy if it's a person with a divine soul. Their mind, their heart, their soul, their spirit. They don't have all those earthly, material, diabolical, sinister, evil considerations that a person that's scheming and a friend of the world and you know abracadabra that they have the abacus counting favors, tit for tat, tallying up you you know what I mean? Like I did this for you. Why don't you do this for me? It's like, okay, go find a hoe for that. I'm not the one. Go find another mark for that. I'm not the one. What's up? What do you need? Being clear with your intentions. Be clear with what you need from me. Why are you here? What do you want? You're petitioning for my time, energy, effort, and attention. Why? What can I do for you? You know, and that's how a neurospicy person will talk or will think, or that's how their energy will speak for itself. And not because they don't have love, not because oftentimes once things are clear, they'll double down and course correct and give you everything you're asking for. But oftentimes the entry, the come up, the layup is off. Because there's a peacocking, a little dance, right? A little back and forth, and it never goes right when you're dealing with a neurospicy person because they're not checking and jocking and the way that everybody else is. A neurospicy person is trying to calm down, trying to soothe their stimuli. And then oftentimes the aggressor, the attacker, will double down or focus even more intensely the energy at them, at the mark, because they'll think something's not working when really what they haven't done is been honest, been authentic, been genuine, sincere. And that's the thing with the demon or with the negroso, they're not gonna ever be clear about their intentions. They're not ever going to be clear about their needs. They're always going to look for some kind of way to infiltrate, way to ostracize. They're going to look for a hook. They're going to look for a way to trap the target. They're going to look for, I can't tell you the tactics here. I mean, I have to go into psyops, and that's not something I like to do, because I don't use it to be dangerous. It's like you don't see a martial artist go around karate chopping everybody. You don't see a professional boxer going around punching people in the face all the time. It doesn't have to be psyops. It can just be the art of persuasion, influence. So here's the way to get to an authentic soul. Authenticity builds connection. Connection comes from emotional trust, which requires proper attending. If you don't have responding and attending skills that are authentic, genuine, and sincere, which means you're connecting with the person and letting them be autonomous, having their own thoughts, having their own feelings, having their own decision-making criteria, having their own judgment criteria, having their own value system, that means there's a manipulation. That means you're targeting them in some kind of way. And there were too many sevens. We had 3 sevens, we had 3 5s, we had 3 3s. We have 3 knights here and 3 kings. Tell me about this. Okay. So kings talk about manifestation and mastery. That's what they wanted, whatever we had coming towards us. And then the knights is talking about skills, tactics. Yeah, so they wanted to bind us up, salt our road, so that we would have to open up to them and ask for help. That's what they wanted. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Just a quick message to all those still out there, lost in illusion, delusion, confused, and yet to awaken, yet to heal, yet to return to the resplendent divine grace of the unconditional love and universal oneness of the divine. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you get everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Ho'oponopono, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I just want to say a prayer of release. I recall, I reclaim, I return to rightful owner. I recall, I reclaim, I return to rightful owner. I recall, I reclaim, I return to rightful owner. Please permanently seal our auric fields against all intrusions, illusions, confusions from any being not in alignment with our God sovereign free self. We call back all of our higher dimensional jewels, our wings, parts of our divine bodies that are in alignment with the highest order of our God sovereign free self. We repel, we rebuke, we revoke, we rescind, we reject all entities, all energies, all ideologies that are not in alignment with our God sovereign free self. Any being that does not respect our God free sovereignty, we banish them, we rebuke them, we repel them, we forbid their return. Again, please attend to this prayer until it ascends the highest heaven and goes to the highest throne of the holy white light. So again, my name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I was your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transit moon to the 6th house, which unfortunately does talk about a little bit of hidden and inimical energy. We have here a hidden enemy. Somebody's trying to swap places with us in some kind of way by not doing a destiny swap, but tricking us out of our spot because they have some type of need to target us specifically. It first came up that they had volunteered us as tribute. Okay. And it was through sorcery, which means they had to access our energy. They weren't able to do it alone, which means that they were cut off in some time in the past or the distant future of their divine gifts. They were left out in the cold by the divine because they weren't operating in alignment. See, we use the word God a lot. And honestly, God is just a source of all consciousness, all benevolence. It's like a collective energy of the highest vibration of all beings. Okay, so the way that would work is the universe would cut off an individual being that was acting like a cancer in the system. If a cell is becoming hostile, it loses its access, kind of deal. And so that's this person, this place, this thing, this energy, this entity, this ideology. It became caustic. It became toxic. So it was cut out surgically like a bad cancer. Unfortunately, that's what the devil is for. The devil is a piece of God's venom, a piece of God's punishment. And honestly, it's so that they can illuminate and elucidate and enumerate and be returned back to the divine. It's so that their steps can be ordered and their path can be illuminated. And they refused to do that, which means they left miserly and bitter and became evil, sinister, and wicked. They left accidental evil and became intentional evil because they knew better. They knew more than we did. And they used that knowledge to their benefit. It's like a dark empath or somebody further along the antisocial spectrum, whether they're lacking feelings. And even those that lack feelings still can feel rage and fear and anger and frustration. Or maybe they're even further down the spectrum lacking a consciousness, which sometimes is conditional consciousness or sometimes it's cold, cruel, callous, and calculated. Whatever the case, that's the kind of being that we're dealing with. And they're lying in wait, they're hidden. So there's some type of maladaptive, idiosyncratic, perfunctory, mislabeling, misjudging, misperceiving, misusing, mistreating, misattributing, okay? And that's what we have here. We have a sorceress that's been working on us. Now, it's gonna reverberate back to them because our soul's too clean and too pure. And if we don't if we don't come off the throne, if we don't give to this energy, if we don't retaliate, if we don't get angry, if we continue to pray for their healing and awakening, they're gonna be ones trapped in that energy. They're gonna be the ones that are left with that because we're not taking it on. It's like, it's not a tennis game if you don't even hit the ball back. Does that make sense? So we also need to cleanse and to purify because they're ready to keep doing more. And really what it is that we have to be like Teflon. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say or send or project onto me bounces back to you. So as long as we don't fall into temptations, as long as we don't fall into evil doing, as long as we don't fall into hatred, as long as we don't fall into unforgiveness, forgive them. Doesn't mean tolerate them. Doesn't mean what they did is permissible or okay or acceptable. It means that we're releasing them to their own highest vibration outcome. We're leaving them to their own energy. We're leaving them to the consequences of their own actions. Okay, because what's happening is they're getting ready to go back to the dark side and petition their overlord for more time. Because they're looking for extra ways, extra tactics, extra skillfulness to do dirty. Yeah, they're looking for another way to do more warfare. And they're just going to keep salting our road. They're going to block our money. They're going to block our network, our net worth. If they're going to block our subscribers or our Insta followers or whatever, or what have you, they're going to block us. They're going to block money and love. That's what they're going to do. But they're after the favor on our life. They're after our destiny. And it might not be because they want it, because they might not be able to do anything with it. But you see, if they are able to block it, they get points from the devil. They're after dollars, not cents. Meaning they're after our soul, not our destiny. And our soul is compromised if we don't fulfill our destiny, because that's what we came here as a chosen child. We have a sacred calling on our life. We have a divine mission here upon the earth. We're here on assignment. We didn't pay an admission here. We get paid a salary to be here. We're part of the faculty. We're not part of the student body. This is a dark priestess. And this is a modus operandi of them. This is how they get down, get around. This is what they do to everybody. That's what's up. Yeah, and they're going to come back for more because we're the thing they promised, and they're not going to get us. Our soul is too clean and pure. We need love, authentic love. And that's the thing. When you don't have a soul, when your heart is turned sour because it's evil, sinister, and wicked, when it's callous and cold and calculated, it's cut off. That's why they die of certain types of heart problems or certain types of, other illnesses. And if we just stay in our light body, this will be exposed because it's overt aggression now. It's no longer passive aggression. It's overt aggression. They're going to become a known enemy soon. It's been an honor and pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Just remember, my dear, we're going to get back to the warm and fuzzy soon. It's unfortunate that we're talking about evil right now. It's very common in the 6th, 7th, and 8th house. So the 4+ days after the full moon, the energy will get a little better for like another week or two. For 7 to 10 days, the energy will get a little bit better. In terms of the daily buffet, okay? Take care. I honor you. I praise you. I love you. It's a pleasure and an honor to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything I said resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Definitely. Yeah, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. It's backfiring. It's backfiring. So if anything I said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and leave a comment. Definitely want to know what's going on if you're willing or open to sharing. And I'll see you in the next one, okay, honey? Bye-bye. До свидания. Au revoir. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Ciao.